What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Titan, and we're going to be taking a look at the Titan Exotic, the Sweet Business. Starting off with the Sweet Business, in the perk 1 slot we have Payday, larger magazine, increase accuracy when firing from the hip, polygonal rifling. Second perk we have barrel optimized for recoil reduction, increases stability. Moving on to the third perk, shots from this weapon knock the target back further, slightly increases range. Fourth perk, holding down the trigger boosts this weapon's range and rate of fire, and automatically loads ammo pickups into the magazine. Composite stock, the last perk, this weapon has a versatile dual-purpose stock, slightly increases stability and slightly increasing handling speed. Moving on to the subclasses, starting off with the new subclass Sentinel, taking place of the Defender class, we have Sentinel Shield. These controls are custom to me. I'm using jumpers, so disregard the buttons a little bit, I'm sorry. We have the Sentinel Shield. Press X, that's my supering button, to summon a shield of void light. When Sentinel Shield is active, press R3 to attack, which is like a Blade Dancer swing, kind of. Hold L1 to guard and press R2 to perform a shield throw. Now, for our next perks, we have Towering Barricade. Press and hold circle to create a large barrier that can be used to reinforce a position with cover from enemy fire. The other perk does pretty much the same thing, but you press and hold circle to create a small barrier that allows you to peek over it while aiming down sights, and which instantly reloads your equipped weapon while you take cover. Moving on to the jumps, we have High Lift, jump while airborne to activate lift and launch into the air at greater heights. Next jump is the Strafe Lift. We have jump while airborne to activate lift and launch into the air with a strong directional control. The last jump is Catapult Lift, my personal favorite. Jump while airborne to activate lift and launch into the air with a strong initial burst of momentum. Moving on to our grenades, we have the Magnetic Grenade, a grenade that attaches to enemies and explodes twice, classic to the Defender Titan. We have the Void Wall Grenade, classic to the Hunter from Destiny 1, the Night Stalker Hunter, a grenade that creates a horizontal wall of burning void light. And we have the Suppressor Grenade, classic to the Defender Titan as well from Destiny 1, an explosive grenade that prevents enemies from using abilities for a short time. Moving on to the built-in perks, we have Rallying Force. Melee kills restore health for you and your nearby allies. Moving on, we have your Overshield from Defensive Strike, lasts longer and increases melee damage and reload speed. That would be the Turning of the Tide perk. Next one is the Ward of Dawn. When super energy is full, press and hold your super button or buttons to create a shielding dome to protect you and your allies. And the next one and final is Defensive Strike. Kill an enemy with this melee ability to create an overshield around you and your nearby allies. Moving on to the Striker, we have the same two Barricade perks. We have the Fist of Havoc, supercharge your fists and slam the ground with force of Maelstrom. Binds to X or super buttons, sorry, whatever you guys use for super, it binds to. And we have the High Lift, the Strafe Lift, and the Catapult Lift again. For grenades, we have Flashbang Grenade, an explosive grenade that disorients enemies while it damages. An explosive grenade that disorients enemies, it damages. Oh, I read that wrong. And moving on, we have Pulse Grenade, a grenade that periodically damages enemies inside an explosion radius, and it explodes pretty fast each time it goes off. I like it. It's definitely a good grenade. The lightning grenade, ever so classic to the Titan, the Striker Titan. A grenade that sticks to any surface and emits a bolt of lightning. Probably about 4 or 5 of them. I haven't tested in this game, but in Destiny 1 it was about 4 or 5. I wasn't a big Striker player, but moving on to our built-in perks, we have Aftershocks. Damaging an enemy with Seismic Strike recharges your grenade. Magnitude. Gain an additional grenade charge, increases the duration of grenade effects. Third perk, Terminal Velocity. Fists of Havoc's Ground Slam attack leaves a damage dealing field in its wake and deals more damage the longer it's in the air. While sprinting, activate this melee ability to slam shoulder first into your target and release an arc explosion on impact, and that would be the shoulder charge. Alright, now let's get into some Titan exotic gameplay, the sweet business, and showcase some of the Titan supers, Titan abilities, stuff like that. Now, as you guys can see, the sweet business is really good for ad control, maybe a little bit better for Vex or for Hive in the future if we're going to be seeing a bunch of Hive in Destiny 2. Might be a little bit better, or maybe just a little bit weaker against Cabal, because Cabal obviously take more damage, and with their shields you gotta be more precise to either hit them in the feet or the shoulder. But as you can see, it takes down majors and adds very quickly. It is also a great weapon to sit there and DPS. You can sit there and just spam it on the boss, spam it at the boss's head. It may not do tons and tons of DPS, but you can definitely just sit there and spam some bullets down range. And with a buff for quicker reloads, maybe in a raid or something like that, then this weapon would be absolutely savage for DPS. Pretty decent DPS for PvE. Now let's get right into some PvP gameplay. Now, this gun may not be as good for PvP in some scenarios as it would be for others. Now, the best scenario you could probably wish for with this gun is if you pull up to an area and there's just a ton of dudes, so you can just start that thing, get it going, get it spinning up, and just take out a ton of dudes. Like that, we took out 3 guys right there, and we proceeded to run into the enemy spawn to take out a couple more. So with that said, it is a really good gun against multiple people and against maybe some unsuspecting people, but you're definitely going to see less effectiveness if you're within shotgun range or something of that nature. If you're really close and you don't have enough time to spin up that death machine looking thing, then you know, you're probably out of luck. But if you pull up to an area like that and some guy is pretty damaged, and then you take out the second guy pretty easily, you might be able to get a third, something like that, might be able to hit a clip with that. It's got a lot of ammo, and it reloads pretty fast for the amount of ammo that it has. So with that being said, it's a decent weapon for PvP. You might be able to hit some clips with it, and I'd like to see what it's like in the alpha and how it plays on different maps. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys liked that sweet business Titan Striker and Titan Sentinel little review showcase right there. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for my Hunter one coming up next, and I'm sure you guys seen my Warlock one previously. I hope you guys enjoyed that. As for now, guys, it's been SMG, and I will catch you in the next one. Later.
Kill 'em like Face Clan, I'll blacked out Ray-Bans. Wouldn't give you props if you was a stagehand. You bitches need spray tans. Keep it OG like Space Jam.